Hi, it's Sam Wilson, the Sam Wilson Home Selling Team at eXp Realty, the Realtor helping realtors with video number 10 in this value stack about listings. Now, I usually do 10 videos in each value stack. I'm going to let you know though to stand by after this one because I've decided to add a bonus video. There will be an 11th video in this stack. So I'll let you know what that is at the end of this one. But this is about negotiation. And I mentioned in a previous video that selling houses is really a non-zero sum game. You can go look that up. But a non-zero sum game means there's really no advantage or incremental success or failure for either party. It's truly a win-win, right? Both of our clients, my seller client, your buyer client, they both want the same result, a successful conveyance of the property where the seller can go on their way to the next chapter of their lives and the buyer can enjoy the purchase of their home. So yes, there's a lot of emotion involved in this if you're selling on the open market, and negotiation is key. And we really need to become very good, if not expert negotiators. Look, rule number one of negotiating is that you can't unless you're willing to walk away. And here's the interesting thing about real estate is we're negotiating on behalf of our clients. As a listing broker, I'm negotiating on behalf of my seller. The buyer's agent, negotiating on behalf of the buyer. Rarely do the buyers and sellers get together and do this negotiation directly. Although it's fine if they do, we can talk about that in a mastermind. But let's talk about give and take. Right? This isn't about your client having to win all the time. Sure, there's limits. I mean, there's a certain price point where your seller just can't make it work or your buyer can't afford to pay for it. There's certain inspection items that, may or may not be solvable. I mean, there's extreme situations. Please understand that I know that. But most of the time, there is a solution if we can just find the compromise. And so being a good negotiator means being a good communicator. Finding out what's important to your client as well as the people on the other side. What's important to everyone, and can those things overlap and result in a viable solution for all parties? That's as big as price and as small as the broken dishwasher. And I'm not belittling the broken dishwasher. I'm just saying sometimes the negotiations on the $500 inspection item can be a lot more intense than the $500,000 price of the house. So, let's be reasonable, let's be kind, let's be proactive, and let's communicate. And there's hundreds of books out there on communication and negotiation. There's hundreds of negotiators out there that are willing to, sell you courses on negotiating. I happen to have a few that I really love. We can talk about in, some mastermind sessions. I'm happy to share what I've learned from some of these people. And when I was in the corporate world, I negotiated some extremely high-level deals between some extremely large corporations, and I have a lot of skill from that I'm happy to share when we get together and mastermind about negotiation. But make no mistake about it, to be a good listing agent that earns what you're worth, talked about in an earlier video, be compensated for, what your value is. Make no mistake about it. Negotiation should be one of those top things that you can demonstrate to a client, because after all, if you can negotiate something better for them that is also acceptable to the other side, then everybody wins and everybody's happy at the end of the transaction, which leads to more referrals, more business, and possibly even some more agents on your team looking to learn from you. By the way, I'm happy to teach this. I'm always looking for agents to join my team that are willing to learn, and would be happy to talk with you about that. So with that, this is typically the last video in the value stack, video number 10. But I'm going to throw a bonus video in right after this. So come back and check out the bonus video, which is about how to turn your seller into a buyer, even a cash buyer, before they sell their current home, which solves that age-old problem of having to be contingent on selling your home before you buy one, or even worse, having a gap between selling your home and buying the replacement home. So I have a couple of good solutions for you. I'll see you over there in that next bonus video. I'm Sam Wilson, the Sam Wilson Home Selling Team at eXp Realty, the Realtor helping Realtors.